Welcome to Teeswater, Ontario, a small village of about 1,200 people comprising part of the municipality of South Bruce, located in the south end of Bruce County just 2 hours due north of London, Ontario. Are no stranger to the residents here. Out of 38 cooperatives in the county of Bruce, 5 are located in Teeswater, including cooperative giant Gay Foods. Gay has been joined in the co-op spirit by Huron Bay Farm Cooperative Inc., River Village Cooperative Market, Ontario Dairy Goat Cooperative, and FS Supply Company Lucknow District Cooperative Inc. Not too bad for a small rural community. As a student of the Sustainable Local Food Certificate program Between Farm and Table at St. Lawrence College, we are to develop a project which involves research on initiatives that are developing in the local food systems and apply the information and research efforts expended in this course to assist in developing a sustainable local food project in this area. Who are the players? Meet Stephen and Lisa Ernewine, owners of Meadowbrook Family Farm of RR3 Walkerton. They are producing naturally grown meats including grass-fed spring lamb, pastured grain-finished beef, free-range pork, pastured broiler chickens, and free-range turkeys. Dealing in freezer stock, Stephen identifies one of his challenges in getting his product to consumers is that he needs to be able to sell his products by the side or by the whole in order to be cost-effective. Players 2 are Leslie Moskovitz and Jeff Bosch, owners of Cedardown Farm CSA located outside of Newstead, Ontario, just 30 minutes from Teeswater. Leslie and Jeff grow a wide variety of organic produce and are strong believers in promoting soil health and biodiversity while working to build community. They are deeply committed to growing high-quality food in a way that respects ecological principles and brings people together around food. And finally, Player 3, introducing Elaine Shoemaker, owner and operator of Simply Delicious, a restaurant in Walkerton, Ontario, known for its baking, family-produced local maple syrup and maple preserves, and the best maple butter tarts you're likely to taste anywhere. Elaine uses locally milled flour, local produce, and home-tapped maple syrup wherever and as frequently as possible.
Five years ago, we sold our hog farm that we had. We had this farm before already, but we had a second farm, and we built the hog barn on it, and we're contract feeding pigs. And for the first part of the contract, it was great, and then it started to get tough. Part of the contract, it was great, and then it started to get tough. And so we listed the farm, and it sold. And so then we come home here, and we had I guess we would call it a hobby sheep farm, and we had no cattle then. So I had to decide what I was going to do with my life, because I had just lost my employment. More or less, grass farming just kind of fell into our lap. We were faced with a situation where we had debt we wanted to get rid of. Because of some of the money we had lost farming hogs, and so we didn't want to take on any more long-term debt. That's because by no means we haven't put our nest egg away yet for retirement, but we do have 5 children, and succession planning is going to be very important to us. Wouldn't it be a great legacy to be able to pass on a sustainable farm to your children, that they want to be here, that you can prove to them that, or show them, raise them believing that farming is a good way to make a living. Because winter, yes, it makes it seasonal with the products, but it also makes it, keeping it seasonal, as Joel Sultan would say, is a good way to keep them hungry for it too. There's regulations with supply management. We don't have supply management with sheep or beef, but dairy and chicken have supply management, and that limits the number of chickens that we're allowed to actually raise in a year. Like, we are only allowed to raise up to 300 broilers a year without quota, and 50 turkeys. So that does limit. Like, there is legislation. We'd have to buy quota to raise any more chickens, but that is quite a cost.
We don't want to sell anything, or we're not producing things that we're not eating ourselves. Our next step is to do pork, because again, we want pork ourselves. All has to be processed through a legal butcher shop.
Within 15 kilometers is the local abattoir. There's actually 2 in that area, but for the chickens we have to go to Gorey, which is 50 kilometers away.
The big thing with that would be to have a support mechanism. If you know everybody, instead of it just being a depot, yes, then you would have the support of each other. If, say, one person's having trouble with something, you could contact one of the others within the club of the supporters of it. Absolutely. And that's where I think that would be a big benefit.
I'm sure it's about meeting the people, meeting the farmers, because that's a lot of it, I think, has to do with people want to support you. They want to know that you have children. They want to know that where you are. They want to trust. It's a trust issue, you know. Strength will come from sharing the workload, though, too, because not everybody would be. To have everybody driving every different direction, it defeats the whole purpose.
So we're a part of that, right? And what that is it's what you get, more or less. Certain times of the year you get some interesting things in your food box that maybe you wouldn't normally buy. Mm-hmm. Makes you try it. Mm-hmm. And that would be one thing where I could see a food buying club would be to not only give out those premium parts, but also give out maybe the not so choice cut. Maybe give some information as to how to cook it.
So we talked about, when we met earlier, was about the idea of everybody wants a leg of lamb, what do you do with the rest of it?
Mm-hmm. Make sure that when a customer orders a lamb from us their first time around, they go home with 4 to 5 different recipe cards.
Excellent.
The ones that I chose that I like the best, the easiest to make. We always make sure we give good information as to how to cook it.
Though having a safe kitchen would be a good way of value adding to those not as premium cuts by making shepherd's pie type thing where it's cooked. Because the local food movement it goes on whole food. Going back to that, but we still need some. There is a market there to have quick food too for certain. So through a safe kitchen, you can value add by further processing the not premium cuts, you know. So by the people that we've met through this, through being associated with you, Lynn, and even other people we know, we're going to put the plug out there to see if we can make this go that way. But first, if you're gonna go farther with a buying club and stuff like that, we need number one, we need somebody that's maybe a little better with the internet than I am. Because
it needs some kind of a website.
Well, it needs, after looking at the Bailey's local food, we need a marketing person.